question I am frequently asked all the time. Lagos housewife, what kitchen gadgets should I buy? Which one is the most important? I'm setting up at my kitchen. What gadgets do I need? I get a lot of that in my DMs, and today I want to answer that. The most important gadgets you need, the 5 most important gadgets every kitchen should have. You all know I love kitchen gadgets, but let me first of all tell you why we need kitchen gadgets. You know, many of you've read my testimonies of how God provided different gadgets for me. Someone will just come and say, Lagos housewife, God said I should send you this. It will be a blender, it will be a food product, it will be this, it will be that. And I was always happy, yay! I could like kitchen gadgets. And a day came, the Holy Spirit asked me, why do I give you these things? Why do I give you kitchen gadgets? And I was like, because I love them and because you love giving me things. And he was like, That's part of it, but that's not all. And he told me, he said, number 1, for your comfort. So that I will have comfort in cooking, in all these things. There will be no discomfort having to go there, having to go somewhere to blend or something to grind. Number 2, for your effectiveness, so you will be more effective in doing what I have called you to do, so that you can do it effectively, conveniently, and things like that. He said, then number 3, so you can eat healthier. These things are convenient. A lot of people make do with unhealthy food, either because they are too tired to cook, they don't have the energy to cook, they don't have the gadgets to cook it with, so they make do with unhealthy options. He said, so you can eat healthy. Number 4, he said, to save me time, so that I can have time to focus on all he has called me to be a mother, to be a wife, to be a help. In a day, I answer up to 100 messages in my DM. In a day, if I had to spend all this time cooking everything, dicing and cutting from scratch for my family, I will not even have time to attend to people. So that's one of the things he said, the reason he gives me this gadget, to save me time, so I can do the cooking in limited time and have time for so many other aspects of my life. And then number 5, he said, teach people, so that all these things I do for you with these gadgets, they can also do in their lives. They can have comfort, efficiency, they can have time, and they can eat healthy. He said, so teach people. That is why we are starting this, what I call Gadget Tuesday, where I will be teaching you about different gadgets and going into in-depth analysis of it. But for today, we are starting with the 5 most important gadgets to have. Let me get you started with the most important one for every single kitchen. The number 1 kitchen gadget to have: blender. Every kitchen should have this. I don't need to tell you. I mean, for your smoothies, for your nut milks, to do your coconut milk, to do your pepper grinding, to do blenders are necessities. If you have only money to get one single kitchen gadget, please make it a blender. And here's the thing, blender is the one thing I will tell you, do not compromise money on. Do not try to go for a cheap one. I will tell you, normally I'll tell people it's not about the money, but when it comes to a blender, it's about the money. Good blenders are expensive. Good blenders cost a lot. Strong, durable blenders, they don't come cheap. Please note that. Don't compromise. And we have the strong ones that are this type of blenders and can also blend both wet, both dry, both smoothie, both paste and everything. The better the blenders, the more what they can do in the single jug. So a good strong blender. I am not recommending any particular brand, but I am telling you a good blenders, and yes, blenders cost money. Next one, the number 2 kitchen gadgets, pressure pots. Pressure pot or multi-cooker, whatever you want to call it, but this is it. It works like it's actually a pressure pot, only that it's a digital one, electrical. And this, I will say, I will recommend for anybody. Let me tell you the amazing uses you can use it for. You can use it to cook soup, to cook rice, to cook pasta, to cook beans. It cooks beans in 20 minutes from scratch. As in, you put all the ingredients, you cover it, you switch it on. 20 minutes, your rice is done. It switches to automatic keep warm. It keeps your food warm for 4 hours. The ease, the convenience. There was a day I had a guest and I was making ofe onugbu, bitter leaf soup and pounded yam from scratch. And I did everything in 45 minutes with the right kitchen gadget. And she was like, this food that normally if we want to do, we start from afternoon, we finish in the evening. I said, that's the power of kitchen gadgets, and I use this for it. Now, here's the thing. I know some people say Instant Pot or the Crock Pot or Ambiano. The brand actually doesn't matter. This is one of the things I'll say you have a leeway with. The brand doesn't matter. They all work the same way. So get the one your budget can afford. The only differences I'll say is the type of buttons they have and everything. But you really even don't need the buttons. You can set your time. Like sometimes I'll use the bean setting to cook yam. I'll use the bean setting to cook stew. The time doesn't matter actually. So feel free to get any brand of pressure pot you want, you can afford. They all work the same way. Forget big name. Moving on. Number 3, food processor. Many of you will know I have recommended this to you many times. No, a food processor is not a blender. A blender is not a food processor. They do different things. A lot of you mix it up. They are different. This is a food processor, and I will advise you, get a food processor that comes with blades. These are the blades that you use for shredding, dicing, slicing, in addition to the original blade that is inside. Now, with a food processor, you can pound yam. You can extract your banga paste. You can shred your vegetables, and with the blades you can do so many other things. You can cut your what do they call it, Irish potato, sweet potato, your fried rice, your stir fry veggies, things like that. A food processor will save you so much time. And if you want to do rough blending, it's food processor that will do that for you, not a blender. Rough blending, things you blend in food processor, they are not smooth. That is its job. It's for slicing, shredding, pounding, things like that. So let me move on to number 4. Good. Number 4. Stop it now. It was trying to misbehave. Number 4 is a dry meal. Or a spice grinder. You actually have spice grinders that come separately, but this is actually a dry meal that came with the food processor. They do the same job. So whether you get a spice grinder or a dry meal is the same. You are going to need it for all those your nuts. your car, when you want to grind cashew nut. Many of you see the things I grind and add to my son's cereal. Like if I want to grind seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds, sunflower seeds, mustard seeds that boosts health, this is what I use to grind it. And all those mixture of my sesame seed, cashew nut, groundnut, this is what I use to grind it. So spice grinder or the dry mill of a blender or a food processor, this is what does the job, and you need it. For those of you who want to be grinding your spices, we all know there are some unethical people who add other things to their spices, so you can buy the whole spices ungrinded and grind it yourself. That way you know there is nothing else added to your spice. I will recommend a dry mill or a spice grinder. Very important gadget to have. We are now coming to the last one, but not the least. This is Brother David. Air fryer. Yes, I am recommending get an air fryer. It doesn't have to be this big. It can be the small ones with the drawer. In fact, I used a small one for more than a year before I upgraded to this. But yes, you need an air fryer. Some people say I already have an oven and everything. I also have an oven and I use my oven a lot. But the truth of the matter is, if I had to choose between oven or air fryer, I will take air fryer any day, anytime. Why? Because it can actually do quite a bit more than the oven, and it does it in faster time. So get an air fryer. It will help you with frying without oil. It will help you to bake. It will help you to roast, to grill. If you want to dehydrate, please don't look for, can the air fryer dehydrate? Every single air fryer can dehydrate. Just turn it to low temperature and it will dehydrate. You don't need one as big as this, except you want it for space and then for the layers and everything. But they all do the same work. Air fryers all work the same way. It is just the difference is certain features that they have. Like this one has 3 trays. There's another one that has bowl. There's one that has rotating basket. Those are all just the normal effigies. But regular air fryers all do the same thing. They fry without oil. You can use it to bake, to grill, to roast, to dehydrate your spices, dry your fruits, as in, air fryers are just amazing and they do it fast. And don't worry about energy consumption for all these kitchen gadgets. If you follow me on Facebook and Instagram, you'll see I've done extensive posts on their usage. They use tiny units, 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units. There was a day I used this for more than 1 hour, taking things, putting in things and everything. And the fridge was on. My fridge has a freezer. The deep freezer was on. The water dispenser, my water dispenser has a fridge. Everything was on, and yet after 1 hour of use with all those things on, I used only 3 units. Modern gadgets are extremely energy saving. So please stop hoarding your gadgets because you believe they use too much electricity. They don't. So get an air fryer. I will advise you. You will love it. And if you have one and you are not using it, Biko, give it to people who will use it. If you know you don't appreciate what you have, give it to people who will use it. Thank you very much. David. So I hope you have learned from this the 5 most important kitchen gadgets to have, and this will help you stock up your kitchen for the best experience. And don't forget, from next week Tuesday, we are starting our Gadget Tuesday. This is a new series where I'll be analyzing specific products, specific brands, and I will tell you the pros, the cons, the price, everything about them, so that you'll be able to make informed decision about what gadget to buy. It's not a matter of saying one is better than, but I'll tell you the features each one has, and it will now be your decision to know, should I buy this or I should buy this, so that you will stop saying, Lagos housewife, which one is better? As far as I'm concerned, there's no better. It depends on what you are looking for in a blender, what you are looking for in a food processor. You get that. That is what I'll be doing with Gadget Tuesday. It's for you. Your kitchen must yield for you. You must be comfortable, efficient, eat healthy, and have time for yourself and your family. Before I say ciao, let me do family picture with my people so that I'll show you all the 5. Yeah, group picture. Clara, say cheese. You too, say cheese. Smile. Okay, this is the end for today's zone. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. That's how you can help me and recommend Lagos Housewife to everybody around, your friends, your colleagues, your family members. Believe me, there's a lot to benefit from this channel. Till next time, ciao. Send me pictures of your gadgets when you start buying them, and if there's any gadget you want me to review, send it to me. I'll be glad to use it and test it and review it for you, so that I'll be able to give you full analysis on it.